This week on the channel, we review the 360 tube light from Both Lighting. Hi, my name is Adam. Welcome to the channel. My goal is to help you make good money playing music. If that sounds like something you'd be into, subscribe to the channel and turn on alerts to make sure you don't miss anything. So in the ever-evolving quest for building a light rig for my band, I found this company out of North Carolina called Both Lighting. They sell a number of products, but this one particular setup really piqued my interest. They sell tube lights that are freestanding or mountable, battery-powered, and offer wireless DMX. And a pack of 4 of them comes with a carrying case and all of the necessary equipment for about $300 a unit. Seemed too good to be true. So I reached out to Both to see if they'd send me a set to take a look at. Note that while they did send these to me for free, this is a loaner set and not a paid review. So let's talk build. These feel way more premium than I expected at this price. The bases are aluminum, as are the end caps. They're also rated IP65 water resistant, so you don't need to worry about them getting ruined in the elements. They have recessed power ports for charging with a little cap to keep crud from getting into them, but my puppy found them and it turns out they're also delicious. If you've seen other tube style lights at the big box stores, you're not getting something flimsy or toy-like here. I tried picking one of these up at the local Guitar Center and the stand literally just fell right off. These actually have some nice heft to them, which is exactly what you want in a light that you're gonna load up and use gig after gig. While they feel substantial, they each weigh less than 10 pounds, so they're easy to carry even if you put all 4 of them in the included carrying case. Now let's talk about mounting. They really thought this through. You've got standard 1/4" 20 threading on both ends, meaning you can mount these to literally anything in your setup. They come with a compact folding tripod for each unit, but you can easily mount them to a mic stand using a cheap adapter, which gives you the ability to stack them at different heights for maximum impact. The control panel is on the base, super simple, power button, mode toggle, up and down, enter, nothing super fancy. Once you get a feel for what each of those menu items does, you'll be able to make changes quickly. Aesthetically, they just look clean. It's a modern, minimal design that allows them to disappear when they need to, or add incredibly striking visuals when you want them to. Now let's get into the actual output of these units, because it's one thing to look cool, but we want this to do something on stage, right? So these are what I would call vibe lights. They can definitely provide a wash to parts of the stage, but they're utilized best as accents or focal point lighting to complement traditional lighting products. You've got a wide range of white light from warm tungsten all the way to icy blue, or 2500K to 8500K for all you lighting nerds. Then there's RBG mode, where these turn into full-blown dance party machines. Red, blue, cyan, violet, whatever color matches your band's aesthetic, they got it. There are built-in effects too. You can find those in the onboard menu or via the included IR remote. Most folks watching this won't be interested in the built-in effects besides sound activation mode, which they also thought of because they include a different set of end caps that sacrifice the IP65 rating for better sound sensitivity. But what really sets these apart is their DMX functionality. Offering 5, 6, 7, 12, 40, 80, and 160 channel options, you can really get these dialed in and use all 32 individual diodes to produce incredible visuals. Paired with Maestro DMX and the Donner wireless DMX transmitter, I was able to get these lights up and running for my band's gig the day they arrived. An instant value add. Regarding wireless DMX, I think this feature is probably the most enticing. Most DMX setups require hardwired connections or aftermarket wireless adapters. These have the wireless built right into the base, so there's no dongles or pass-through ports on them. That being said, having never used wireless DMX before, I initially had some trouble getting them to talk to my rig. A quick Google search informed me that most wireless DMX systems have 5 different channels. Those channels are also apparently color-coded. Since my Donner transmitter was showing a green indicator, I needed to find that corresponding channel in the light's wireless DMX menu. Once I changed it to the green channel, I was back in business, so tuck that away if you ever run into that issue. Moving along, the lights do have a smartphone app that connects via its built-in Wi-Fi. While it has some cool control features, it requires a bit more configuration and didn't seem like a good fit for what I needed to use them for. When I've opted to use them outside of our DMX setup, I just use the included IR remote to change the color to adjust the brightness. It's pretty simple. Okay, so let's talk battery life. If you're gonna be a totally wireless product, you better be able to run long enough to last for an entire gig, right? Both's website says that you can get 8 to 9 hours of use out of these, but actually, depending on the brightness, I've gotten way longer than that. In fact, the lights have different modes that allow you to choose the amount of time you can use them for. 2, 4, 6, or 8 hour options are there to maximize brightness or longevity. And yes, you can run them while they charge. So if you're scatterbrained like I am and forgot to plug them in the night before, you'll still be able to use them. All right, we've talked about specs and all of that stuff. Let's talk about how they actually work in the real world. As I mentioned, I was able to take these out of the box and use them at a full band gig the same day. I've also used a pair of them for solo acoustic shows. Considering how little room they take up, it was an easy addition to my setup and really stepped up the production value. And frankly, I haven't put them away since they got here. I have found so many ways to use these lights in just day-to-day stuff. If you hadn't noticed, I actually have one of them back behind me doing that pink color splash on my bar. I leave the others on their stands for mood lighting in my office. We had an outdoor movie night with the kids a few weeks back and they opted to watch Star Wars, and I had to put them on red and blue because Come on, they're literally freaking lightsabers. This is one of those pieces of gear I have used literally every day since I got them. In the 20 plus years of playing professionally, there isn't a single product that has gotten this much use for this many different situations. They're perfect for bands that want to step up their stage look without adding a ton of weight to their existing rig. If you run your own production, these are a no-brainer. Toss them into your car, fire them up, and you've got instant vibe. It's hard to argue with that. And if you want to use them for other purposes like making video content for your band's socials, it's an easy way to turn your normal setup into something that looks slick and polished at a moment's notice. So there you go. That's my review for the Both 360 light tubes. I am calling these an absolute must-buy. And for those of you who are in the market for these, you can go to Both Lighting's website and use promo code DISCOUNT for CBC at checkout to save 5% off your total purchase. You'll find a link to their site in the description. Big thanks to Both Lighting for letting us try these out. That's going to do it for this one. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please give this channel a sub. We post weekly podcast episodes, clips, and reviews like this one. So like, share, and spread the good word. Have an awesome week, and I'll see you next time.